see if Edgeworth's there. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something.
No, just...
Oh,
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw the paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
cheer up, Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
Make it worse when I get back and his desk is covered in fluid again.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
His feelings, they like fluid on his desk.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do erases that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything.
Which, did he take over the case after Neil was killed or something?
Yeah.
I didn't brush over that fact.
The police department's error is my error, and my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. The fluid isn't helping.
Mr. Edgeworth. You can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
So, we just saw a picture taken you in it, time.
That picture, something seems strange about it. Did you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I have never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you are awarded this.
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back.
This.
Oh yeah. Chief, yeah, yes, you didn't I?
Yes. It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case.
Emma's disappointed. Why did the shield look different back then?
What shield?
On the prosecutor trophy.
I'll show it again here in a second.
Ah, this picture was hanging on the wall in Gant's office.
There's like a sword thing in there.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Oh yeah, it is different.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy that Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. I remember now.
Why do you have that weird face? He looks like he just stepped in dog poop.
We're kind of hard.
Yeah, he just let out like a fart that was a little bit wet.
That's his thinking face.
It looks like an embarrassed, like, but he thinks it's funny face.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story.
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield.
I wonder if this is actually true or not.
It actually is.
Oh.
Have you heard this story before?
That's interesting. Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake.
Very well. Do you need a Tums?
Wait, is this live footage from the new Ace Attorney game that's like in the ancient times? Oh, it should be.
Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other.
Calm down.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right?
Why did they kick in the bacon?
Why is Phoenix reacting slow? I mean, it's obvious as to what the whole point is.
That's a contradiction.
Having a slow day. Got a little stoned earlier.
He sniffed those luminal fluids to it.
Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize.
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Yant.
Chief Gant, just like the boss of everything. I thought he was just the police chief guy.
Chief of Police.
Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, cold. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Miss Star! Guess she's out of lunches.
He's just excited to see her.
You certainly are a curious sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Still, I never thought you'd go dig around this case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident.
Whoever that line when she was uncomfortable delivering her own joke.
Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day of the evidence. The evidence from the case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness?
The incident Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Starr's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Everything dates back to 2 years ago.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than when I was you then. You know what I mean? Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, he must be going through a lot.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all more desperate.
Her?
Lana Sky. What's she still? Best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo Lana and Chief Gant. Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They're the best.
They sold all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gant's magnetism in the particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yeah, there were rumors about him back then. No one dared to confront him though. This intimidating voice and all.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back
To be
then-
fair, if you saw a giant pile of muscle like that, talking like Mickey Mouse, you would get intimidated.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yeah, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated everything crooked and watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Miss Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if he lost his own brother. And if it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have to recover from his shock. That's what makes it all more infuriating.
Miss Star.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why'd she have to turn so cold after that? That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved.
For everybody.
Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court needed to be manipulated. Items search. Our team never found them suddenly appeared, while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough. What happened? After the case and all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Luna always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Aww.
Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's why I take on matter.
She was being used?
Lana transferred to the... Oh,
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
yeah, that's what I was just saying just now. Thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief.
That's right. That's all this now. In my case, position with Chief was secured. There's only one thing left for him to control. And no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. Must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's sure. Ever since the case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last! I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, Rookie. Takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Hopefully Gumshoe hasn't left by this point.
He's just gonna stand there forever.
Oh, you're back.
You're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files.
Just set it to do an automatic.
I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're DJ as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, DJ.
Hey, I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. Being my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there!
There's got to be something we can do to make this detective change his mind.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Did they steal it or did they have a picture of it?
How did you get it?
Were you award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congratulations.
Say, the stains on the paste of the old Chinese variable, right?
Yeah. Everyone knows that. There was this, dragon. Yeah, that's it, a dragon. He had a thing for shields, see?
That's not exactly the version we heard.
No, but this one sounds more exciting.
Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details.
What's
The screwdriver? No. I don't know what it would be.
About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere.
somewhere?
Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives.
This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
Chief Gant?
Where could I have seen that before?
Is the face in the picture?
Oh, yeah.
How are you supposed to point that out? Maybe, do you have, I wonder if you have to investigate that. Hey, look. The heart of Mikey with there some dark blood stains right there.
Oh, looks like blood.
That's what I thought. It's like Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on there when he was stabbed.
Not likely.
His blood looks like it's been there for months, maybe longer.
This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. You better say so.
Examine the picture and then examine the... Like how we just did that.
So I didn't get to that.
Can't you examine it? No. Was it only you?
Oh, this thing doesn't have a bottom.
That's weird.
I wonder which side is up.
Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
At least it doesn't collect any dust inside, right?
What if you presented the jar and then when he's saying, "Where did I see that before?" you pull up the court record? And can you present the picture?
It's a good try.
Can't present. I don't know that.
Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Nuff said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
I have an ID card. No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker.
I want your locker and the one with blood on it.
Yeah, of the real murderer's glove in, without any fingerprints.
If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you?
If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth.
That's cool, pal.
Maybe, what if you show Lana the picture?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
Yeah, show her the jar.
What if you show her the knife and stab her with it?
Just glass must have protected her. She's glaring at me. She's trying to stab her. Maybe if I show Miss Star the jar.
I think she should have anything to do with the jar. I don't have anything to do with that. This will go on. The only thing I can give you now is a pop to see you write something.
Talk about cheat.
Eat this, maybe you'll be able to black up from a white in the couple court tomorrow. Leave. Go away. Please.
Hippie Edgeworth.
I think you already showed him everything, didn't you?
Did I show him the
Picture, yeah.
jar though?
He gets mad.
Oh yeah. I think we already want to do this.
Yeah. This is that fart face.
I'm so confused.
Go back to
Honor or redemption?
didn't you? Just start going down the line, presenting everything you have. He gave me that. Better show than that.
Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very appreciative, detective. You knew what was right off the bat.
Well, I'm a master of misplacement, you know.
Master, it's such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
Wow. A higher power?
You shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence.
Shouldn't that?
Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints.
He gave it to us, didn't he?
Edward did.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
He did what? All I have is some flour.
Are you okay, detective?
Quick, run! Achoo! If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint.
Why am I not
What does that
comforted?
even mean?
What is it?
I don't think that would help anything.
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number.
77777777777.
That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch.
Can you ask him what?
Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow. Is that a new type? I've never seen that one before. And add 3 inches to your base height.
Bayside? Hey, let me see that. Blooming tall. New improved growth formula.
You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as aluminum.
So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face.
Show the knife, maybe.
How about this?
Hey, is that?
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
Yeah, we've had this dialogue already.
What are we supposed to show? What are we supposed to do?
Keep going along.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you could tell us about it?
That Miss Starr was quite the lady. Why I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16 years old, I am now what happened.
I wonder if Detective Jumpsuit wore a church coat in high school, too. I wonder what he was writing before. You know, earlier, like an hour ago.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Isn't he right there? Oh.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Start spraying his desk.
Hey, Edgeworth!
Just spray Edward in the face like a cat.
Is that Detective Jumpshoe at the window there? Oh, no! He's falling to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what that girl's doing crawling around at my feet.
He didn't even look.
What? A letter of...
You're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation.
That's what I was going to say.
Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
Phoenix trying to wipe away the tears that he's having now.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of I wonder if I can use it for anything.
So we're just stealing it from him?
He doesn't walk out without saying a word.
He goes outside the police department just to turn around and go to the criminal affairs. Right there.
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious!
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card.
We can't do that. If someone found out...
they wouldn't let you off the hook without a lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
Alright, detective. Thank you.
It has to be like 3 p.m. by now. Or not 3 p.m., like 7 p.m. I meant. It started at like 3 p.m. and they just spent like 3 hours running around showing people pictures and cars.